supposed to go from above. Okay, we're back at the Remedy Room. We're in the back lounge. And today we're going to talk a little bit more about block fasting. We had some good questions that were posed, and I want to answer those. So if you look back to the other video, we talked about intermittent fasting, and we talked about gradually moving the time clock up and sandwiching the time that you eat, your eating window, to make it smaller and smaller and smaller, so that eventually you get to one meal a day. They call it OMAD. And that would basically be either dinner to dinner. And then once you've mastered that, and you can then go from dinner to skipping a day and then going all the way to the next breakfast, that's 36 hours, right? And you feel good doing that, then I think you should consider doing a block fast. Now, there's a few block fasts that are available to you. We mentioned a water fast, which would be only water. This is been supported to be one of the best fasts to do because, one, it makes it really easy. There's not really like, what do I eat? How do I do it? It's water. The beauty in it is that you're not giving the body any outside sources of minerals or fats or anything like that, so that it can now work on all the toxins that are inside your body. And yeah, and if you're if you're going to do a block fast, you need to contact your doctor, or contact a coach or someone who knows what they're doing. Obviously, you can call the Remedy Room. But the beauty of the water fast is that it's pure, and that the body has something called innate intelligence, and that it knows what to do. But as we get into fasting for more than one day, more than 2 days, if you haven't heard of the word autophagy, you need to read about it. Hi, Barbara. Autophagy is your body's ability, God bless, to clean out the dead cells. So that's dead muscle cells that would break down into the amino acids that you would need to use for energy. That's dead white blood cells for your immune system. And the beauty of continuing the fast, so past 16 hours, past 24, when you get to day 4 is when the magic happens. So you really start to tap into any excess fat that you have to start creating more ketones and feel really good, but also get to that visceral fat, which is the fat around the organs, which is what puts us at risk for all the heart disease and stroke and scary stuff. But you also create stem cells. So you have this massive rise in growth hormone. You are creating new white blood cells. So for those of you that have immune systems that have gone crazy, this is a great opportunity for you to create new white blood cells that aren't going to go haywire because they're like, not going to pay attention to all that crazy stuff going on at the thyroid. And so simplistically, you're creating new cells, you're getting rid of the old junk, and you feel phenomenal because you're on ketones based off the fat coming off your body, breaking down into ketones. Ketones are like rocket fuel. Your brain, all of your organs, your kidneys, your heart loves ketones way better than sugar. Glucose is like diesel. It's dirty. It has a bad burn. Ketones is like the electric car. It's awesome. So today what I want to do...
That being said, it's not always easy.
It's not easy. So we had a film on the first day. We were all feeling pretty awesome. We were psyched. Yesterday we had a guest, so we didn't do our how we felt yesterday, and I felt okay yesterday, and I think everybody else will say that. Today is day 3, and days 3 is the hardest. So I want to just show you my staff and tell you a little bit about how we're all feeling. I personally am exhausted and a little foggy, but I am not hungry. I'm not hungry, and I slept well. This is Allie.
I am
Ronnie's not on the fast.
definitely not hungry, but I am feeling pretty weak. And just kind of like out of it, weak, tired, definitely using my glycogen stores, and feeling the low sugar.
What else? What are you taking? You've been doing the salt.
So I've been putting Himalayan sea salt in some water. I've been putting it on my tongue. I've been drinking a ton of water. I did have a scoop of MCT powder today. So I'm doing what's called a fat fast, where I'm using a little bit of external sources of fat. Today I'm trying to transition a little bit more towards a water fast, but because I have sort of complicated personal stuff, medical stuff, I have to go very slowly into water fasting. So after this week of fat fasting, I'll be doing more regular 24 or 23 hour water fast until that's super easy, and then I'll be doing a block fast that will be a water fast.
So the more often you do it, the better you'll get and the less of these symptoms you'll have, right? So here's Melanie.
Hello.
And Melanie and Charlene are going to tell you about their experiences.
So for me, the third day has definitely been the most difficult. What I've been doing today is I had some bone broth. I had water because I'm definitely feeling dehydrated, and I'll tell you why in a second. I've also had like an electrolyte drink. I had 1 packet of ketones and a little bit of the whipped heavy cream. So I would say that I'm not very hungry. I am feeling tired, so my energy levels are not what they used to be. And I would say just slowed. Not a lot of brain fog, but just really just slow. Last night I had, I know this may be disgusting, but I had a lot of diarrhea. Wasn't planning on having a colon cleanse with my fast, but that's what happened.
So good. Detoxing.
Yeah, you're detoxing.
So I'm definitely detoxing.
And you're clear.
I'm getting an IV because it really dehydrated me.
Got the IV in there?
I'm about to.
See the IV?
So she's in the right place, and she works
Yep.
at this awesome place called the Remedy Room.
Yay.
And when you're really dry and you're
Yay.
orthostatic, which means your blood pressure
Yep.
drops and your heart races,
Yep.
you might need an IV. Okay,
Yep.
Charlene, tell us about your experience.
So today I'm tired. I have brain
Hi,
fog.
Jane.
Yes, I have brain fog. I had brain. I had sorry. I had bone broth. Okay, I had bone broth is what I wanted to say. Bone broth, and this is my cup of ketone. We're gonna run out of time.
That's
Daphne.
fine.
And it's good. This is ketones also.
All right.
And what else? Yes, I also had diarrhea last night, so I'm not having a good day. Yesterday was day 2, and definitely had a lot of food cravings yesterday. Today I'm not really hungry. I'm just having a lot of symptoms.
So she's cleaning out. And on the flip side of that, I have not had a bowel movement, which is not healthy for me and doesn't feel great. I'm not cramping or anything, but they say that on a water fast after day 2 to not expect that you would move your bowels too much. So I feel lucky that I'm not as sick as these guys. All right, but I'm actually probably more toxic
Where
than
should they
them.
go
So
to read about a block fast?
okay, so there's obviously a lot of information on the internet. Dr. Pompas, who I would read and listen to the podcasts for, he's been talking about fasting for many years now, way longer than I can think of these other doctors. A newer doctor who's been doing this for a very long time and has a beautiful book out. His name is Dr. Jason Fung, F-U-N-G. There's a doctor who promotes something called the fasting mimicking diet. His name is Valter Longo, L-O-N-G-O. So, you got another one?
You guys are definitely motivating me to want to do the fasting.
So
I think it's so much better when you do it as a group because I am kind of jealous that y'all having all these fantastic symptoms.
Just diarrhea.
And I am looking at y'all like, oh my God, I wish I could be a part of this. So this is definitely a motivation for me. And the next time we do the fast, I will definitely be doing it with you guys.
I love it. I
Yes.
love it.
Yes.
Okay, so sayonara to our team. Share this post. You know, here's the thing. It's like waiting for a baby to be born. There's a lot of work, but tomorrow is a new day, and we're going to feel awesome. That's when the magic happens. So we'll be back tomorrow. Watch then.